Hello, here is a 2 handicap game played on IGS between 3Q and 5Q plus that white managed to win by 1.5, so it was really close. And in the first half of the game, black looked really good this game, but towards the end, there were a few misses here and there and donated some points, especially in the lower side, and eventually lost by a few points. It can happen. So let's check it out. White starts with a Hoshi that it's quite simple for a handicap too. Then the classic approach on the outside, so far so good. It seems White is a player with a lot of experience, but an old school player seeing these first few moves. Now here, usually this L17 is played when black has a stone at R16 to form the mini Chinese. It's possible to play it now too, but it's good enough to play the slide and extend back, or just invade the corner right away. In this particular case, White will probably go for the left side, but even so, there are still two invasion points at C8 and D12 later on. But okay, it's possible to play this loose move and later invade the corner. Why shouldn't pincer immediately? It's still bigger to go for open places on the right side, like this move, and then slide and extend for a base here. So it's interesting for White, especially being a handicap game, to spread his stones all over the board. Now this is a bit aggressive, but black has the option to go San, which he did, very good. Now white cuts all the way to go for the outside. That shows some fighting spirit. And this is all forced. Very good for black to connect solid and then consider how to use the idea of the cut next. So for white it's proper to connect solid, but Hane it's an option too. Well, this Hane still leaves some agi, like a Hane or a push and cut, but for now black is just Sente. So the start is really good for black so far. This is a big point to secure the corner. Actually here black can also play O17, because white being strong in the top, he might invade around O17, but when black plays O17, this connects to L17, and if white plays something on the right side, then black can attack either way and still build a lot in the top right corner. R14 is also a good move. So white puts pressure here, that's fine. This is a classic Joseki. Black can also turn, then Nobi, and then think about the jump on the right or on the bottom. This is also a classic Joseki. Also for black it's possible to push along one more time and then a one space jump to take control of the right side. It's also possible to play the Keima right away on the right, and then when white blocks Q3, black is already safe in the corner, so can take away white's extension. So these are moves to be considered in the future, but P2 is the basic one. So white turns, black goes up. Now back in the day, Kosumi was played all the time, then white extends. Nowadays Keima it's more popular, but also black can consider a pincer, U8 or R8. Maybe it feels a little bit overplayish, but it's fine because black is already strong at R14, and when white comes O3, black can resist with a push, then wedge. So it's not a problem if white plays a move like O3 here. White will probably just play N4, and in this case black can attach, pull back, this creates some cutting points. White will connect either solid or hanging, then black can play a peep like this and another peep like this to force white into a heavy shape, and then either extend back or play a one space jump or a two space jump on the bottom. So this white group is just going to be a target. So when white comes out, black will build while chasing the group a little bit. So this is a way to play slightly more active, but yeah, it's normal to play this schema. Then white extends on the side. So far, black is still looking good. K3 can be played at K4. Anyway, no matter what move black plays here, there are still invasion points, like this M4 or H3. So when black plays down on the third line, white can still invade H3. It doesn't really fix the problem. Also, black can play J4, and then there's an invasion point at L3 or L4 or M4. It's really hard to find a move and enclose everything. But if black plays a move like J4 and white extends on the right side, Then black can play another move and enclose the bottom side, but at least it's going to be on the 4 line, most of the moves here. So the border, it's higher, and black can build more. Playing k3, black needs another move to secure the bottom, so eventually jump again, and then it's harder for white to invade because he will be surrounded. So when white invades the top side at 017, it's a bit safer for black to think about the attach. Now when white plays Hane, black will crosscut, Atari, go out, connect, cover, push in the corner. Here black can play the double Hane. White will play an Atari like this to expand his eye shape, then Atari again, Atari, and go down. And the group is alive, but black gets a lot of thickness on the outside. So that's an option. With this kick, black takes the corner, but when white comes up, L17 it's thin. So now black has to jump. That's also playable. Then jump again. That's very good. And now two space jump on the right side. Actually, the 3 stones in the top are still vulnerable. So black can play a peep like this and then jump along. In fact, that peep can wait, because maybe it's more interesting to play this peep. But it's quite urgent and proper to jump again, because white is also very thick on the left side. If white plays something like this, black can peep from this side and then try to separate white's groups. But okay, on points, this R11 is very big, especially that it prepares the invasion at R7, but now the 3 stones in the top are in trouble when white plays a cap move. So he did. Now this J14 looks a little bit shy. Black can play a peep, even 2 peeps, like this. Makes white become heavy with a stick, and then attach like this. Now cut from behind, on this Atari go out, Atari again, and make some shape in the center this way. This way, black has enough eye shape for the group. So that's an option. But okay, after this J14, which looks a little bit slack, white can still use that combination to go. Sorry, black can use the combination to go out. Now this feels a bit soft. White should think about the peep to make black heavy and attack from the outside, because white already has stones in the top, so now it gets a bit tougher for black to live inside. I mean, this push and cut, it's not a problem if white can surround the whole thing in the top and kill it. So white plays from the strong position, therefore black can come out. So black can use again the peep, attach, cut, and even just direct Atari and Nobi. Because now if white cuts here, black will take, if peep, just connect. So the group is out by sacrificing 1 stone in this combination. It's good to think about that sacrifice actually. That tactic appears a lot also in some josekis. So white attacks from the left to increase that area, but it feels nice for black to go out. White should continue the attack with a peep here and then attach or keima to push black into the thickness on the left side. This will give black a harder time to escape. So black got out. This attach is not necessary. The group, it's hard to be killed now. There's a peep like this, another peep like this. But right now it's interesting to play a peep from the right side and then attach or invade. And when white covers, just go down and connect. Now somehow white's group, it's all floating. This attach is not really necessary, black was out already. And normally here would be nice for black to play the bump, and if white extends back or connects, go up. But white might play Atari, and then when black Atari, white will take a stone. So that bump, it's hard to really get it instantly, therefore black has to Nobi and white will bump. And now black is supposed to connect solid. This is the proper defense. So let's see. Black played this other bump. Not the same thing. Also, if black just plays here, even if it's an empty triangle, this gives black eye shape. So when white plays like this, connect, and then if white really tries to continue the attack, it's not so easy. So connect solid or connect H11. Yeah, white will push through, Now it's interesting to play the pip from this side and then Hane. So when white pushes through, black has Atari, then connect. And black is out and also creating a target. Instead of Atari here, it's more interesting to pip this way. White will connect and then Atari like this. Or another pip, and after that, when Atari, white is just captured. But yeah, as a shape point, it's okay to play this Atari and push along. Then connect to the right side, to the bottom, sorry. Yeah, that's good. Let's see here. Yeah, this seems proper. White slides. It's not always necessary to block the corner right away. In this case, it's more interesting to go out with a with an Ogema threatening to erase the right side and then take care of the bottom area, and I'll just invade. If white takes the corner, it's not such a big deal. Black will damage more this way. So this c3, it's more like a reflex play. Sometimes it's more interesting just to play an attach and go up, and even if your opponent takes the corner, then you profit in the center. So like this, you give up the corner, but you enclose this box. So here, white is supposed, yeah, to jump, and then there's an invasion point at h3, in which case black needs to play another move like h4 or Keima or Ogema to expand the bottom. But this happened later on. Maybe the shoulder hit, it's a bit too much. Cap will be enough. If white plays here Hane, go up, bump, pull back, and then invade the right side. Because it's obvious white is strong on the left side, so he will enclose that area, but in the meantime, you were leaning on his stones and increase the bottom. So Nobi. And now it's troublesome if white invades the bottom side. White could think about this. Push one more time and then invade. Those two stones are not important. Oh, here black missed such a big opportunity. This was really good. So white could peep first and then take the two stones to prevent the reducing on the left side. So black played this, push, very good. And now black had to go down. This is super big. If white Hane, black will cut, white protects, black captures, and now white has to struggle to leave. White will leave and reduce a little bit on the bottom, but in the end, the way he leaves, it's something like this. So quite painful, just twice. And black breaks the left side. This will win the game for black for sure. h4 was a little bit too submissive, so should really take the opportunity and cut right away. If white comes inside, black can Hane in center, which will force white come back here, and then black can even think about separating everything or attach, then come out, or simply connect under, because the whole group is still under attack. So even if white survives, black will keep the bottom points and in the meantime broke the left side. Like this, black just secures the bottom and white connects on the left. This invasion is very good. So now usually go down and then connect one way or the other. But it's also possible to push and connect under like this. And here black can still play s7 because s7 connects to s10 and also creates the option to go s5. So later on, if something like this happens, for example, black just connects under and is good for some extra points in the endgame. And if white plays here, it means this invasion was center for black. And in fact, white is losing guys rapidly. White went down, but he didn't have to. Now black is not going to connect anymore. For white, it's more interesting to play some move and keep eye shape here. So here black can play a peep, then another peep, threatening to cut the other part of the group. It's really tough because when this peep and push, now there is a cut here and a cut here. So I can lose the tail. This turn gives some points in the middle, but center is never as big as it looks because white can come inside and oops. Reduce like this. So push, that's pretty big. Honey here was large, especially that white can play it in center at some point. Yeah, well, it's not center right away, but soon. So that was a good move for black to take the double center. This pip is also excellent. Pip here to start attacking, then push and cut. Maybe the cut is too much right away. Should prepare a little bit. Pip first, then when white connects, push. And now it's cut A or B. And either way is tough for white. So when white connects here, black cuts from the outside, then white really has to struggle. Maybe here black can play this move. And then honey, then go down. Not easy for white to leave. Well, let's suppose he can manage somehow. Yeah, so like this, white is alive, but super painful. And then, what is this group on the right doing? When black plays here, there is not even one eye for the group on the right. So again, a big opportunity for black to win big. But should prepare a little bit. Pip first and then cut. Now instead of playing this move, black can push first. This creates cutting points. White will block, then protect. Now white has to do something about his life here. So this kind of jump, and then kill the top. So if white tries to live in the top with the pips and so on, black cuts, go out again, Atari, and boom. This will be a collapse. So again, black can win big. Another option is to play just Nobi, connect. Then when white lives in the top, somehow black again can harass the group on the right. When white plays on the right, black will kill the top. Either way, it's good for black. So on this move, white Atari first, then it's trying to live in the top. Now here, black can actually push like this. Oh no, wait. This is a bit dangerous because of the cut. White will escape this way, but still profitable for black. No, it's more interesting to play Kosumi. Kosumi or connect solid. But Kosumi is nice because when white pushes, black will block, so those stones are connected. When white plays here, black has this vital point to connect to the left or connect to the right. So white is still in trouble. Now when white tried to leave here, black made a huge mistake going down. Black should just connect. Because now white still has to struggle to make twice with this kind of move. It's finally alive, but only 3 points life. So here, black lost some important points. It's obvious that white wants a double Atari at Q17, so going down here is just going to give up the 2 stones. So that was a pretty big unforced error by black. This is good, Atari also. But those few points there probably changed the outcome of the game. Now a big attack here. Instead of Kosumi like this, black should play Kosumi this way to surround the territory in the center. So white might choose this move, but black can play here. And when white plays here, black connects. When white plays here, black doesn't cut, but connect like this on this connection. Play here, push, block. So very difficult for white to make. Yeah, white can make twice like this. So it's 1, 2, 3 points again, which will probably still give black the upper hand. So now white still struggle to leave. Now it's better to keep the 2 stones connected and let white make the eyes like this. Then keep the entire bottom side. Yeah, white leave just too comfortable. Now here, black has to push and then Nobi and block and keep all these points on the bottom. In the end, black lost everything around N2. And when we think that this game was won by white by just 1.5, losing the guys in the top and losing the points here were really crucial for the outcome of this game. Now here, instead of blocking this way, black should play this block and then this move. So it's only like losing a few more points in the center. For white, it's actually more interesting to play the wedge. Then black has to go down, white plays here, black covers, turn, block, push, and this is the way to block that area. Also, white can play this move, then Atari, then connect. This Atari doesn't do much. It will be the same kind of follow-up like before. So black just lost more points. Good endgame by white here. Black can block this way, and when white pushes, block again, and there is no way to cut. So this way, white can push more, and another point is gone. Yeah, this is big. That's also nice. Good endgame in the top. Here, this is an overplay by white. Black can play the Hane, and then when Atari connect, when go up, block, when connect here, just block like this. And there is never an option for white to cut because he will always put himself in Atari. So this is a very important SUG to remember, E1. Because if you just go down, then white goes up and then he cuts. But when you play E1 and he goes up and you block, he will never cut because he puts himself in Atari. So good to remember E1, another move to win the game. And here it's good to play the block, Atari, and fight the ko. There's nothing to lose anyway. But where are the ko threats? Not many. Okay, so in that case, connect. But the connection is gote. Big. Everything center here. Black had to leave. Yep. And that was it. Now, black should actually risk this ko. Because anyway, black will lose the game otherwise. Too kind to answer everything like this. Yeah, this was big. And that's also big. That's fine. And that was it. No way to come back anymore. So the thing is, losing all these points here on the bottom, instead of connecting on L3 and losing these two stones, really cost black the game towards the late endgame stage. That's a pity, but better luck next time.